You are now listening to the Vitalize Podcast. Hey yo, what up, family? Welcome back to the Vitalize Podcast. You're here with your friendly neighborhood host, Mr. Marcus Black, and I'm so incredibly excited to be in your presence today. How, you might ask? You like, you're not in my car. I am. I'm in surround sound, full stereo blast, all in your headphones coming through loud and clear. I just always wanted to do that, man. But I'm excited to be here with you today, man. Listen, a ball of energy, a burst of joy. It's a new year. It's a new opportunity to get it right. Get it right. And I want to have a heart-to-heart with you today, man. Can we do it? Can I do it? Just give me a yes. Give me a head nod. Thank you for the 100 of y'all that did that. For the others, listen to you. Yes, I need a thumbs up or something. You rocking? You rocking? Yes, yes, yes. No, maybe so. Okay, bet. Let's get it. Let's go. And you know, I just want to talk about some things. So welcome to the Vitalize Podcast. If you're new here, thank you so much for coming. No matter how you got here, you are in the right place. You are not here by chance. There's no such thing as a coincidence. We are all about all positivity all day. Inspiration, motivation, affirmation. So if that's your thing, you came to the right place. Thank a friend for bringing you here, and tell a friend to tell a friend we out here, and share this link with them if you feel like it could benefit someone. You know, heart to heart. The title of this message is going to be heart to heart. And Vitalize covers a lot of things. Some of you like, man, it's one day you might get a stern kick, one day you might get a warm hug. You know, one day you might have a lot of joy, one day it might really cause you to go through the ringer a little bit. Just everything we cover on this podcast is life-giving. It's life-giving. Vitalize, which is here on the bottom of my shirt, under because you can. It's also the logo tattooed on my arm. It means to give life to. To give life to. And so everything we do, we tackle a myriad of topics, all in the name of positivity and all in the name of being life-giving. So when I say we have a heart-to-heart, it's from my heart to yours about things that I just feel on my heart, because I know that if I feel it, then I know you feel it. And we're far enough into this year now that we're into it. We're into the thick of it. And even though you're thinking, man, we're only a few short weeks in, yes, we are, but it's almost February. Like, it's turning February, and this is happening. Now it's like, wait a minute. It's almost Valentine's Day. Wait a minute. Next thing you know, it's going to be St. Patrick's Day. Wait a minute. It's going to be summer before you know it. Where did the year go? Yeah, it happened real fast. Even just a few short weeks, it happened real fast. And I know we talk about a lot of things, and I have something I want to talk to you about. I had something I want to talk to you about. We'll save that for another episode. Matter of fact, come back next week to hear what I wanted to talk to you about. But I can't help but have this overwhelming sense that people on planet Earth are going through. They're going through it, man. And in a lot of ways, people are going through it. There's some people who are preparing for war. There's some people still in the aftermath of hurricanes from that crazy season that just tore up the East Coast and Florida and the Caribbean. There are some people who are right now still trying to figure out the world is kind of moving on and going its own way. But there's some people who are trying to figure out how to piece back the pieces of the puzzle that is their life after the fires that happened in California. And there's some people who wonder if life will ever be the same. There's some people who just had a relationship of umpteen years end, and you're just trying to figure out where to start to pick up the pieces. There's some people who had to bite the bullet and swallow a hard pill, and that pill is having to shut down your business that's been serving people for years, and things just hit a rough, rocky patch. There's somebody that is having to lay down a loved one to rest. And I know what all of those things feel like, and I know they can feel heavy and they can feel overwhelming. And if you're under the sound of my voice, what I want to do is to just breathe life into you. So I want to give you a gift today, and that gift is heart healing. This is heart to heart is the message, but this is heart healing for heart healers. Heart healing for heart healers. Because if you come to this place, something tells me that like attracts like, and you're the type of people who like to go into the world and be life giving. If you come to a podcast that's all about giving life, and then you come here, it tells me a lot about you, that you too are a life giver myself. You're a life giver yourself. And I want to give life to you in this moment. And I want to say, the weight of the world is on your shoulders and you've been carrying it real valiantly. Maybe you feel tired because you've been strong for a long time. And you're tired of being strong right now. So I don't got time for that, man. I'm giving everything I got. I'm fighting. Feel like I'm fighting a losing battle. I know what that feels like. Some of y'all know, some of y'all don't. A few years ago, I gave up. I don't know if y'all know that or not. I gave up because for the first time in my life, I could not see the light at the end of the tunnel. I couldn't see the rainbow at the end of the rain. I couldn't see the good because I was surrounded by so much on the contrary. Because I had students that I mentored, that I have personal relationship with, go through extreme traumas, from being shot in a drive-by to walking in on their parents in the most inopportune circumstances. I mean, just like death was knocking at the door of these precious young people. And my heart was so hurt, and I felt like I'm fighting a losing battle. I'm pouring my heart and soul out on this internet day in and day out, talking till I'm purple in the face like this hoodie I got on, talking like I don't got nothing. Not till I got nothing left to give, only to see it not even make an impact. I'm like, we're not even making a dent in the pain and the traumas and the ills of this world. So if that's the case, what am I doing? What are we doing? Am I fighting a losing battle here? And that's what it felt like. I felt like I was fighting a losing battle. And I know that several of y'all know what that feels like. So listen, if you're here and you're new here and you're like, oh my God, this got real quick. It did. And, you know, I don't believe in wearing a mask. I don't believe in being pretty fake, all that stuff. I'm going to always tell the truth. But my guarantee to you is that I will always leave you better than I found you. So my guarantee is, even though we in the valley right now, I'm going to take you back up to the other side of the mountain. So don't leave now in the valley because you're just like, dang, thanks for getting me all in my field. Stick around and then you'll see where I'm taking you. So you got to stay. Now, if you leave and then you just feel sad the rest of the day, I can't do nothing about that because you left. You got to finish. So even if you got to pause for the cause because you got a meeting, you got a party, you got a phone call, come back. Come back. Don't stop here. But I want to remind you that if you have any emotions on the negative side, if you have any sadness, you have any anxiety, you have any depression, you have any anxiety, you might be trying too hard to fight yourself and to fight off those feelings and feeling like you're messed up, feeling like something's wrong with you. And I just want to say to you, from me to you, nothing's wrong with you, my friend. You're a human being. You're not a machine. You're not going to wake up every day and just be full of hot air, full of life, full of joy, and full of sunshine, and full of rainbows and rainbow colored Skittles, because those always make me happy. You know, like it's not going to be like that every day. You're going to have days where it's hard to get out of bed. You're going to have days where it's hard to press on. You're going to have days where your heart hurts. You're going to have days. My heart hurts right now for people I love, several people that I love. And it's okay if you find yourself in that place. Somebody just needs permission. I said this is heart healing for heart healers. First step in healing is understanding that you have a hurt. And sometimes we try to brush by hurts and act like they don't exist. That's not doing you any favors. Hurts are signals to the brain that attention is needed. Oh, snap, what? Hurts are signals to the brain that attention is needed. For example, one night I was laying, don't ask me how this happened, it's crazy. I was laying on my couch in a new crib the family just moved into. It was dope. I was laying on the couch and me and the boys were just cuddling up, watching movies, having a grand time. It was beautiful. And I went to get up. So I said, let me reposition myself so I can get up. So I just slid my elbow to kind of push my body forward. And I laid there for a minute and I'm like, that hurts really bad. What hurts really bad? My arm, the back of my arm hurts really bad. What is that? So I stop. I get up immediately. I turn to my son. I raise my shirt sleeve up. I said, hey, baby, like, am I bleeding? He said, yeah, daddy, you are. I'm like, okay, what? What the heck just happened? So I got these like throw pillows, and there's one in particular, it's infamous. When that throw pillow, when the zipper moves a certain way, it's got these teeth on the bottom of the zipper. Why? Who thought that was a good idea, by the way? Let's find the person who invented those teeth. Maybe they serve a purpose other than hurting people. But yeah, anyway, those teeth dug into my arm, and when I slid forward, it sliced my arm. And it hurt badly. But the pain sent a signal to my brain that something was wrong. My brain said something's wrong. So I got up. When I got up, I went. I looked at it. My wife said, oh, what happened? I told her what happened. And you know what we were able to do? We were able to take some alcohol wipes. Just burns right now just thinking about it. Clean it up. Neosporin, bandage, wrap it, boom. And thus the healing process was able to begin. Sometimes you feel like pain is to your detriment or to break you or to make you fold or to tear you down. That's not the purpose of pain in your life. That pain that you feel is sending a signal that attention is required. So the worst thing you can do when you feel that hurt, now I'm talking back to heart hurt, mental hurt, pain, anguish. The worst thing you can do is trudge forward as if nothing's happening. Pretend like nothing's happening. I'm just fine. I'm A-okay. No, you're not. You could tell that lie only for so long before you have a mental breakdown. And you see it happen every day because you aren't giving the attention required to the area where it's needed. So maybe you're just focused on your career and your work and I'm just grind, go. I don't have time to think about my pain, grind, go until one day you're sitting in the middle of a meeting having a whole internal crisis. And that crisis leads you to a breakdown, and then you do nobody any justice or any favors in that moment. And it all could have been avoided had you not let yourself get so overwhelmed and just dealt with the thing that needed your attention when it needed it. I'm trying to help somebody today. Somebody today has been carrying some weight, the weight of the world on your shoulders. Somebody today has been trudging through the mud, feeling like you're sinking in sinking sand. Somebody today is just at the end of the rope and holding on and just doing everything you can, trying to prevent from letting go. And I don't want you to get to that point. So what is the attention that is required of you? And when you give the attention that you need to the thing that's calling on you, the thing that's weighing on you, then you can fix it. Guess what? Sometimes the attention given is going to be more painful. Sometimes when you navigate that road and you come face to face with that grief, when you come face to face with that loss, when you come face to face with that thing that's tearing you, ripping you to shreds on the inside, it's going to hurt worse. With my pain, my cut, it's big, too long. It went from, if y'all watching, y'all not watching, I don't know what to tell you, I'm sorry, but it's on YouTube. It went from like here all the way to here. Crazy cut. The healing process hurt. It hurt worse. When she put that alcohol pad on that thing and swabbed and dabbed, that it hurt worse than it did getting the cut. Sometimes the healing hurts even worse. But it's better on the other side of the pain. You don't avoid it, because what happens if I had avoided it? If I said, you know what, it's no big deal, it'll go away. Not only was it not going to go away, it would not have been cleaned. It would not have been bandaged. Thus, it might not have healed properly. Dirt could have got in it. Any kind of germ could have got in it, and an infection could have set in. Now, something that could have been prevented, cleaned easily, little bit of pain and overcome. Now I got to get my arm cut off because it's infected and septic. Are you getting the picture? Something relatively small, not small, but relatively small, can be prevented from becoming something much larger if you are willing to give the attention needed. So from my heart to yours, number one, if you've been going through something, it's okay. If you've been going through something tough, it's okay. You're like, how can you say that? You're not sitting in my shoes. I'm not. You're all right. But I've been in some dark times in my life. I've been some times where we didn't have electricity in this country, where we had no food in the house and no means to get any. I had a time where I had a newborn son, 6 months old, and I couldn't afford to get him food. I literally thought about stealing it. I didn't have to, thankfully, but I didn't have no other options. If it wasn't for that angel of a lady who bought that stuff, I don't know what I would have did. Go to jail trying to feed my 6-month-old. I don't know. People make these choices every day. I'm telling you, yes, it's easy for me to say right now it's okay, but I'm not saying that from a place that ain't never been sitting in your shoes. I'm telling you, an affirmation my friend told me. She said, hey, listen to me. Remember this when you find yourself in a pressed situation. All is okay. All will be okay. And all will always be okay. All is okay. All will be okay. All will always be okay. A simple affirmation. Repeat it to yourself if you find yourself in a crisis, until you slowly start to let it sink into your heart and you start to stabilize. Slow down long enough to remind yourself and tell your brain that I'm going to be okay. Guess what? You've been through a lot in your life, and everything you've ever been through, you came out on the other side, my friend. And this, whatever you face now, will be no different. So I just want to give yourself a hug. Sometimes you're waiting and you're wishing the world would come in and save you and give you a hug, and they might or they might not. And I'm sure we all love that external love, but sometimes it's the internal love that your soul is seeking most. Your soul is not seeking no validation from nobody outside of you, people who don't really matter, who will switch up on you in a heartbeat. Your soul is seeking your own love, self-love, which is the best love. And if you learn to love yourself and you learn to forgive yourself for past mistakes, and you learn to cherish the relationship you have with yourself and your own personal growth and development, you can really heal. There's a lot of unhealed adults in the world. Some of y'all is like, how could these people be like this? How could people be so disgusting as to go and manipulate and misuse and abuse a child? Newborn babies, women, children. Like, how could these people exist on the planet, be this evil? You know how? It's because of unhealed childhood trauma. It's because of unhealed trauma. It's because they have been unwilling to go and to do the internal work. It's a lot of hurt people out in the world. And you know that, listen, cliche as it may sound, hurt people. But healed people help people. And you're the type of person that wants to help someone else. So if you're going to help someone else, you start with helping you, fam. You got to help you. And so I just wanted to have a heart-to-heart, a reminder to say, hey, you in the game. You're doing real good. And I could have had you come here and rah-rah and hype you up and made you feel great. That's good. And we'll do that when we need to do that. But today, we needed to have a different conversation, because I needed you to understand you matter, your pain matters, your experience matters, your trauma matters. The things that you've been through matters. Even if you feel like it doesn't matter to anybody and nobody will care, that's a lie. That is a lie. That is a lie. Somebody cares, even when you don't feel like it. Guarantee you. And even if you feel like you got nobody to talk to, there's somebody you can reach out to. I dare you to reach out to them and give them a chance. Give them a chance. You can't make that decision for them. And if you would rather not share with anybody, you know there's a reason why. There's incredible souls all across this country ready to talk to you at a moment's notice. You know where? 988. You can text it, you can call it, and there's somebody right there at your fingertips ready to hop on the phone and just listen to you. Sometimes you just need somebody to listen to you. And you're like, dang, why do I feel so much better? Because you just got an outlet for somebody to care and to provide a safe space for you to share. So this is it, man. I'm just challenging you. It's a different tone, but my heart is to see you win this year. I'm going to give you a lot of kicks and a lot of pushes, and I'm going to push you off the edge of the cliff time and time again. But I refuse to do only that without addressing the heart and the soul of the human that has a lot going on. It's going to be okay. If you're that person, from my heart to yours, I want you to know that it's going to be all right. No winter lasts forever. No tough season lasts forever. Seasons change. As sure as the seasons change. We just had a crazy snowstorm. It's sunny out now. It's beautiful. As sure as that season changed and that sun came out and warmed up and melted the snow away, the same thing's going to happen proverbially in your life. The sun will shine on your life again. The sun's going to come and the rays are going to warm you up, warm up your heart. And the things that were once plaguing you, the darkness, the cold, the bitterness is not going to plague you anymore. So it's on you, friend. Lean in, heal, do the work, forgive yourself. Get whatever help you need. Live life in community. Never suffer in silence. And you go become the healed version of yourself so that the healed version of yourself can help the other people who are not where you are so that you can create an impact and so that you can go and you can maximize your time on this earth being as impactful as you possibly can for no other reason than simply be because you king.